Alright, hello, and today we are back on the Daybreak account doing some nonsense with Edge of Eternities. We've got Slivers today, so we are playing Pioneer. Before I get into the deck, I want to make the quick note that Gale Rider Sliver is not on Arena, I believe. I think all the other cards are, so you could just play more Striking Slivers if you want extra 1-drops and just add in some other cards. There's a lot of different things you could change. There's some Changeling excuse me, stuff you could include instead. But yeah, that's not what we're here about. We're talking about Pioneer. We are talking about Slivers. A little bit of nonsense, just having some fun, experimenting. Nothing too serious. Probably not the most competitive deck you'll see today. But I wanted to give the new card, Thrumming Hive Pool, a new try. This is a 6-mana affinity for Slivers artifact. Your Slivers have double strike and haste. And then in your upkeep, you get to make 2 Slivers. So, relatively powerful card in any sort of grindy matchup. If you can get a bunch of Slivers into play early, you can start pumping these things out. We've got Metallic Mimic that can give them +1/+1 counters. We've got Predatory Sliver that can give them +1/+1. And then Leeching Sliver also gives you a little bit of bonus damage when you attack with your Slivers. So, in addition to that, we've got 6 1-drops, 4 Diffusion Sliver, which just gives all your Slivers Ward 2. Mana Whiff Sliver, probably the most important Sliver, which just gives you a bunch of mana to be able to cast your Hive Pool and your other stuff. Mass Vandal as a Changeling Sliver that can blow up artifacts or enchantments. We've got a Realm Walker that can provide card advantage. You just name Sliver and you play Slivers off the top. Trying out Taurine Mauler, which is a Changeling from Foundations that I played a little bit with in Standard, but we're trying here in Pioneer. And then, of course, Blur Sliver. We just have 2 because the haste's kind of redundant, but can still be useful and powerful. So, and then a pair of Collected Companies, which I didn't want to go... If I was going to play 6 misses, I didn't want to play more than 2 Collected Companies, so that's why that number is there. But mostly focused around seeing if we can get Thrumming Hive Pool into play. And if it does anything good, the mana base has a bunch of Cavern of Souls type lands, some Mutavaults. Sliver Hive's kind of a standout as a mana fixer and a way to generate threats. Sideboard, we've got a pile of Ghost Vacuums, which is a graveyard hate piece that can also just get back a bunch of Slivers into play, if that ever matters. Like, your Slivers being 1/1 isn't that big of a deal. Most of them are 1/1s anyway, and then obviously you get the flying, extra Mass Vandals, some Siphon Slivers to give everything lifelink against burn decks, extra Hive Lord for any of the matchups where we think our opponents will struggle with a bunch of indestructible stuff, some Damping Spheres for combo decks, and then Venom Sliver is something I wanted to try against like Mice, for example, where maybe you can get Striking Sliver and Venom Sliver into play and just have First Strike Death Touch. Thought that might be cute, but the sideboard options are kind of limited because of the way the mana base is constructed, so that's why we've got some weird ones. But it should be fun. Hope you guys enjoy the deck tech. And if you see the games, enjoy those as well. But yeah, let me know what you want to see. Let me know if you want to see more Pioneer. Let me know if you want to see more decks like this, or if you want a more competitive slant. I could do either or. But this should be fun, and nice way to go back to Pioneer. I put up a Twitter poll, and it seemed like people were still interested in it. So we can do some Edge of Eternity brewing in the meantime. And yep, I'll see you guys in the games. Alright, what do we got? We got Slivers on the draw. The opponent may have a Fatal Push. So what do I want to lead on? Just play Mutavault for now. Excuse me. Thoughtseize. So this was probably their draw, and maybe they just have Fatal Push. So this is good against Fatal Push. This is just a good card. Probably going to play the Mimic first, because if I draw a land, I get to double spell potentially, but they might just be priced into killing the Mimic anyway. Opponents maybe reading everything. Okay. think I'm going to get this down so they can't fatal push me. And then I think at this point we mostly just want lands. Gifted Aether one. Well, that's not too scary. Okay, beautiful. Let's play this guy. So now, if nothing dies and we draw a land, we get this thing into play, which should be good against a mono black deck. Okay, you got it. Okay. Well, we are kind of doing it. Let's get to work. It's a lot of damage. They take 8. And then next turn we're gonna get double strikers. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty strong. It's upkeep though. We don't have the Mimic in play, so they're just gonna be 1/1s. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be attacking, but whatever. I don't know what else they have. Shieldred, okay. Are they just dead on board? I think they're probably dead on board. Maybe not. So they're gonna take 5, block this, and then take, so it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, they're very dead. Slivers. 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 I didn't even count this because I kind of forgot this had haste, but it's plus however much difference that is. Okay. Nice. Slivers. All right. What do we want against a mono black mid-range deck? I guess just this thing. This is actually decent, I guess. It hits Annex. I don't think I want anything else. I could have like one of these. Maybe that matters. Maybe Death Touch is something I want. I'm not sure how many Vandals I should have though. So I assume my best cards are just like my big things. I don't know if I need haste. Mauler's kind of whatever. I think Realm Walker's good. I don't think I need this one. I guess we'll just scrap a Blur Sliver. I could put in another Mass Vandal over the extra Blur Sliver. What else would they have to kill though? I wonder how bad Death Touch is. Yeah, whatever. I think our deck is oddly well configured against mid-range, but also we could just not have our good cards. Like maybe if they just Thoughtseize differently, things don't come together well. Because this probably made it a little bit awkward for the removal. But whatever, I'll take a win. I'm happy to get a win with Slivers, no matter how or when or why. I think anyone would be happy to get a Slivers W. Alright. Well, I think this is a keep. It is a little bit awkward because I have Mutavault. But I think I'm going to keep a hand that's just like mana company stuff against the Thoughtseize deck. And if this can get into play, it might be really annoying for the opponent. It's probably going to be hard for me to actually get it into play, but just because of the Mutavault. You kind of have to have this thing, but maybe they take the company and this gets to live. Or we draw another one later. This could easily end very poorly for me, though. The Thoughtseize is not Not ideal. Okay, didn't really want another blue-green land because I can't cast this thing yet, but land is probably better than no land. Okay. So that is... I don't think it's worth playing. We can just blow up an annex if they go annex here. If they go like annex and Shieldred. Oh, that's annoying. Uh-oh. Okay. I think it's going to beat us up. We don't have red mana. Okay, we do have red mana. Well, our card is worse when no spells are played, and their card becomes bigger when no spells are played, so... Go with the third, sure. Well, we could draw, like, 2 more lands that are 5-color and just play this anyway. I also get the company, so maybe they don't have Thoughtseize. The question is, do I main phase this or not? I think it's fine. Oh, wow. It's fine to main phase it. Oh. Okay. Not ideal, but whatever. Maybe we top deck another land. It has to not be a blue-green land, though. It has to be one of these. It'd be very funny if I just hit running sliver lands. Okay. So do I jump? I think I will. It feels bad or whatever. But I definitely don't want them to keep the NX. Okay, that's a good draw. Alright. Well, they have to kill my 1/1, which they probably can do. We can still just top deck a land. Take this 3. Maybe make Shieldred a bit more scary if they play Shieldred here, but we got time. We got like 5 turns to outrace the Shieldred, which, you know, might not happen, but it'll be an exciting game at least. Extinction event. Well, that's really bad. Okay. Land, please. Mimic. I intentionally have 4 Mutavaults just because it's not good with Hive Lord. There could be less, I guess, but I think Mutavault is a pretty good card in a Sliver deck. Maybe it's not worth though. Like if I think this, I don't know much about Slivers. I'll be the first to say it. Oh, okay, yeah, I can't beat that card. I mean, maybe I can, but I'm not gonna have any lands if I do. All right, well. Speaking of not having any lands, how the hell is this gonna go? Red, black. All right, so I'm gonna sack 6 permanents, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I mean, 1 land and an indestructible creature versus their castle. Yeah. I don't think we're winning this one. I didn't really expect a Phyrexian Obliterator. It's a scary card against my deck. I don't have any way to remove it, really. But we will see how this goes. Okay, what is this doing? They just want me to have to sack all my lands, I guess. Okay, you got it. Can I kill them somehow? What if I kill them? How would that even happen? Collect a company, haste. What do I draw the pool? Yeah, I mean, I think since it has trample, there's just nothing to be done. So I have to draw like a bunch of lands. This is very funny. The one time I wish I didn't have the 1/1 counter from the Metallic Mimic. Uh-oh, Menace. Alright, well, that's bad. Okay, so I'm not winning this race. They go to 10, and then I take 5. Or is this 2? You got me. Very satisfying Phyrexian Obliterator for the opponent. Alright, well, this is good against Phyrexian Obliterator. Do I want it in my deck? It's also good against Graveyard Trespasser somewhat. I think it's fine. We just go again. The Mutavault was a bit unfortunate, but this game will be better, right? It's a relatively aggressive hand, actually. If I draw a land and they don't have like a Fatal Push, I guess they can Thoughtseize me, but I can get a bunch of stuff into play and then just beat down with Mutavault. If the Collected Company didn't hit one creature, maybe that game was winnable. Or was it? Was that a different game? I think that was that game. Maybe not. Whatever. I don't remember things. I'm just here to play Magic with awful Pioneer decks. Opponent in the tank. Okay, the jig is up, so I will name Sliver. Yeah. Thoughtseize. Every game's a Thoughtseize. I mean, my hand is fine against Thoughtseize. I don't really have any complaint. Other than for the sake of complaining. One of these goes down. Alright, well, I guess that means they plan on dealing with the other ones. I will challenge them to the task. Could have mimicked first, but okay, well, now I'm in a bit of an interesting spot. I guess I'm supposed to mimic, because it looks like they have another Fatal Push. If their hand is Thoughtseize, push, Annex, or even like any 3-drop Bar Life, might be rough. So if this dies, I can't get green mana, which is not the most ideal. Your go. Yeah. Now we're waiting. Oh, if they don't kill this, I at least get the double spell. Okay. I guess they're gonna take company and then just push when I play this, and then I won't be able to double spell. Oh, I'm gonna get Extinction Evented? I have 2 mana. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? It would suck if they had a 3 mana sweeper, but like I know they have Extinction Event. I should play to the board. They only have 2 lands. I need to be aggressive. I want to empty my hand and use the Mutavault, so. Okay, well I think my opponent maybe didn't have the best approach here, because like I already have the 4 mana. I guess they're worried about me top decking the 5-color thingy, but now I can just kill them, right? I don't know what their hand is. Maybe they have Extinction Event and they're just banking on it, but this is, what, this attack for 9 next turn? Yeah, that's bad. I can't beat a 2/3 lifelink, unfortunately. We need to top deck something good. Yep. Okay. It's actually good. Actually good card. So I guess I'm supposed to play this land in case I draw Sliver Hive. So they can attack me back, go to 5, and then field ruin my Mutavault. So they will not die if they, even if their hand is all blanks. It's really funny that they Phyrexian Obliterated me. I mean, I guess Field Ruin's okay with Phyrexian Obliterator, but they have Mutavault and Field Ruins in their deck, so their hand could just be Phyrexian Obliterators, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, no blocks. Fortunately, okay. Yep. I don't think I have a basic, right? I do not. That's probably an oversight by me, but whatever. I think we could just cut one of the blue-green lands for a forest, right? I think that's probably very correct. I don't think there's any real downside to it. Okay. Having the extra mana might have been nice here, but still a solid draw. Sliver. Okay, that's not too exciting, but we do have him almost dead. You're at 1. I have a 3/4 blocker. Can give me extra slivers. You probably have to deal with this, but then you die in the air, so you gotta deal with both of these things, maybe. I think priority number 1 is kill this. Then you're good on the ground. And then they just have to hope that I never get to a land for this thingy, because this thing will probably mess them up. This Extinction Event is decent against Hive Lord, but for the most part, I think a mono black deck is not going to be happy to play against indestructible everythings. I think they clicked the wrong mode, I guess. So now this... Okay, so this Murderous Rider has to suicide itself? Well, they have the demon here, too. Yeah, I mean, the Murderous Rider still has to suicide itself. I'm not sure if this was... I guess they're dead. No, I mean, this... You could just suicide 6/6. Maybe that was better. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I block. So you get a 5. You get a card. I get a 5 drop. I can't play. You already have a demon, homie. Whatever. Okay. I guess if they didn't top deck here, which it seems like maybe they did and they want to cast it now, but we get to force trade for double demons? Oh wow, that's huge. They're dead then? They're dead if they have nothing, right? Is this shown? No, so they didn't know they were dead, right? I guess this has flying. What am I talking about? I forgot this had flying. I kind of forgot this was a sliver. Even though I put it in my deck to be a sliver. We won! We did it! GG! We're also getting the buff. Yeah, alright. Cool. Slivers win! We won a match! We did it! Good game. Alright, funnily enough, we are playing against the same person, which actually happened to me last time I recorded in Pioneer, but on Arena. So, if you want to know about the popularity of this format, I think that is a good indicator, but I'm fine with running it back. Let's go. No Thoughtseize, alright, love to see it. Alright, breeding pool tapped. Year ago, so my opponent's Field of Runes just straight up killing my thing for free, and them knowing that I have no basic is a bit annoying, but so it goes. Just go for the throat, which is kind of nice. But yeah, if they have Field of Rune and they just blow up my green source before I get to company, that's going to be a bit annoying. One of the pains of Magic Online is like, you play a league, you play the first match, you realize a mistake in your deck, and well, you're locked in. You gotta finish your league. I mean, I don't really have to. We're on the Daybreak account, but, you know, I may as well just go through it all at once. Why not? Alright. So, that breaks my Blur Sliver. Still think I'm gonna play it just because it's mana efficient. It also sets up the company decently if they want to attack me. And it, I don't remember what I was going to say, but... Oh, it stops this from flipping. I mean, I'm playing a spell either way, so that's no point, but... Yep, play my 2/2, your turn. So, any Phyrexian Obliterators or Shieldrids or any of that nonsense might be problematic, but... It's a solid start from me. Yep, I take it. I guess the next question becomes, since they're not Field Ruining me, should I just play 2 of these? What if they just pass? I get to flip it back, and I automatically hit 4 mana value worth. This one's kind of a question mark, right? Shieldred? Maybe. Gifted Aetherborn, sure. Well, we've got to be extra careful then. So we force the Go for the Throat on this now. I mean, this is better against future removal, I guess. What do I think my turns are going to look like in the future? Companies may be best if I'm just trying to race, because I can hit the flying sliver. Can't really... I mean, I guess I can technically attack into this thing. But I don't really want to trade one of these. I don't really want to trade anything. So if I go double Lord and attack, then they shoot a Lord to block the other Lords. I can't attack with the other Lord, so I can just attack with the haste. If I do this, it forces them to kill my haste thing, which I don't care that much about. Could also just company. But, like I said, company could just brick and kind of screw me over. It's more fun, though. We got that. We got fun involved. Alright, well, we really did not brick. So I don't know if the things get the counters. I could just get 2 diffusion slivers. I don't think I need 2, though. So does that mean I want Mimic diffusion sliver? This is a permanent buff. I could get double Mimic. I think I get this and this. Okay, so this didn't get the counter. But hopefully next turn we'll have a bunch of big things. And now if they still have go for the throat and they just wanted to wait to see what I revealed, this makes it really awkward for them. Another advantage of playing like some nonsense like Slivers is people just don't really know what your cards do or what's going to happen. I think it's like defensible to just wait because like I mean they don't know what I'm going to put into play. They don't know what Slivers do. But this was definitely a punish. Alright, sure. So you push this, you pay 2. I've got another one. It's going to be bigger. Then we got a Predator Sliver. I'm getting beat down, but maybe we can erase. If they have second push, it's annoying. I hope they do not. Okay, I go to 10. Oh, that's actually nice to get a 1-drop. This makes it really hard for them to attack and block. How much damage do I have? 9, 15? I think I'm supposed to attack them. What are the odds I die? I'm taking 5. I think with this Predator Sliver, the Diffusion Sliver, and the Mutavault, they're probably just going to die no matter what they do. But we'll do the math when it comes to it. Okay, that costs you 4 mana. I don't really care about that. Can't really block, so are we just attacking? I mean, they're dead on board if they just attack, so. Alright, well, GG. Just the old beatdown way. Nice. Alright, so Unholy Annex, Friction, Obliterator, Pile. What did we do last time? I think I just put this in and it was kind of awkward. Could have a Mass Vandal. What did I take out? Maybe the Leeching Sliver? And then we talked about the Death Touch thingy, so... yeah, we'll run it back. This sounds like fun to put this card into play. It might be a little bit sus against my opponent's Field of Ruin stuff, but, you know. We're playing Slivers. We may as well send it, right? I'm not gonna not try to do cool shit when I'm playing Slivers. But yeah, kind of unfortunate. In one sense, it's unfortunate to play against the same opponent twice. But it's also nice to just play against a black deck and not like a combo deck or like blue-white control or something that's just going to be annihilating our creatures or just probably combo killing us before we can do anything cool. My sideboard is sort of configured to have some things going on versus combo, graveyard hate, and even like mice, but I don't know if it's actually going to work or not, so I think the like black mid-range matchup's at least interesting. We've got our high impact cards, and they've got plenty of powerful interaction and things they can do. All right. It's kind of sweet. I will keep this. Yep. Sorry for the lack of excitement, but my opponent doing their thing, trying to figure out how they want to sideboard, and now trying to figure out what they want to thought seize. Maybe I'll remember to edit this out. If I forget, you can yell at me. Alright, no one drop makes sense. They just want to nullify the effectiveness of my Mana Weft Slivers. I think that's defensible. I am going to be jamming them into play, though, and hoping that they live. Yep. Alright, so next, what do I want? I could Blur Sliver just to have the Mana Weft Sliver have haste. That's actually really nice. I could replay the next Mana Weft Sliver. I could just play the Mauler because it's just better the sooner it's in play. I think that's the play I'm the most likely to make, but we'll see what they do. Yep. That is a terrifying Magic card to play against when you have no pressure. One of the best cards you can possibly play. Alright, so I think we're going to go for broke. I think we're going to try to do powerful stuff. So I'm going to play Blur Sliver, which means that when I play this, even if they kill it, I'm going to get 2 mana back from it tapping and this tapping. So my goal is to kill them or overpower the board before they draw a million cards. Will that work? I doubt it. I kind of don't know if that will actually work in practice. But maybe we've got some good top decks and things play out. Or maybe they just don't have that much removal. Opponent's playing mono black, so I don't know how likely that is, but we got to play to win. And I think this is playing to win. Yep. So they're gaining life, we're taking damage. Yada yada. I guess they could just kill the Blur Sliver. I don't know why I didn't consider that. But then I get to keep the Mana Weft Sliver. Oh shit. Okay, what are the odds that things go not terribly? You know, cross your fingers, hold your breath. Don't hold your breath? I don't know. This. Okay. Do I play mall? I mean, I gotta play the other thing. This. Okay, nothing's died yet. That's very good. This. Alright, well, if they do nothing, I get to double strike my team. Does that beat a demon? Maybe not. Let's say they do exactly nothing, play a land to make a 6/6. I assume they should have played a removal spell by now. I don't know why they would be waiting. However, okay. It's 4. I'm gonna die to the demon pretty quickly, though. Yeah, if this was like beginning of combat. Alright. Spicy game. Extinction event. Okay, we keep a blur sliver. That ain't good enough. Maybe it is, but I doubt it. Yep. Yeah, I couldn't even top deck a land. Okay. You come into play. Let's go sliver. I will attack. Well, if they didn't have a Wrath, I think we had a good shot of just getting it done with this thing, but that was pretty foul. Wraths are going to be good against our all-creature deck. I mean, this card is good against a sweeper if you can get it down early, but that's the problem, right? A lot of the time, they're just going to blow up your board before you have the affinity number high. So, it might be demon time. Demon time means I can't really do shit. I'm going to go to 12, and then I'm going to die to Mutavault, potentially. I guess I have the double strike, so I sort of just have to immediately kill them, which will be difficult, but maybe possible. It's a cool game either way. Like, you can definitely see how this deck can do some powerful stuff. If they didn't have the sweeper... Okay, can I always yes this? Whatever. Weird that it's optional, but is what it is. Maybe they're just attacking me. Nothing? A Murder Strider in their hand, I guess? I don't know. Okay, well, I didn't take any damage, which is nice. If they blow up a creature now, I can't play this, but we drew a land, so it didn't matter. Alright. Our thrumming, whatever it's called, versus your Annex and others. This is going to be 6, and now I think I should just attack. I don't really have any attacks anywhere else. It also gets to attack in the 6/6 into the 6/6, which is kind of nice. I wouldn't be surprised if they just cast removal spell, but yep. Yep. Well, not a great spot. I don't know if it's unwinnable, but it's not a great spot. Fortunately, we are playing against the same opponent, and they're kind of slow. There's nothing wrong with being slow. Like, you know, if you're new or if you're just a slow player. Nothing against you, but it is a little awkward for content stuff. But it's okay. I mean, they want to win. I respect it. They're trying to make the right decisions. Seems like they've played well so far. Well enough. I think we're losing this game. Yeah, I can't beat that one. Alright, well, shit. Fire up your Mutavault. Yeah, I guess, yeah, whatever. I guess I could trade for it, right? So now I can't really attack them. Yep. Alright, I get some 1/1s. Well, what can we do? We can block this Obliterator and just sack all our stuff. I mean, technically. We're going to lose to the Demon if they ever make it, but I think this one's a wrap. How could I kill them? Can I just sack all my lands? It's going to be 5, right? So it'll be double strike. Yeah, double strike for 5. So if they have no removal spell, I can 5 here, sack everything but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can keep 1 land. And then maybe, what if I top deck the flying sliver? It'll be 5 tokens plus an attacker. So it'll be 10, 12, 14. So that's not even lethal. So it's not good. It's rough stuff. I don't want to just concede. Like, they're just going to think about a lot of stuff and then probably beat me. Sure. Alright. It's dead. No blocks. We'll make a sliver. Drop. Nah, I mean, I've got to get him in the air, don't I? Well, 2 blockers is 8 damage, so I think we could not give up. This is going to deal 2, so I have to jump. I'm just sacking everything. This is funny. Alright, your turn. I don't know why I conceded. I'm trying to think. If I draw... I can't draw 2 things. If There's other Predator. I just have so much damage if I can, like, make my things bigger. They have a billion cards in their hand because this card has drawn them 5 cards or whatever, but... Okay. Alright, well... Opponent came prepared this time. Alright. I kind of only care about the card Unholy Annex. Feels like if that card is not in play, their deck's not very good. So, let's do this. They do have Graveyard Trespasser or whatever, but who cares? I'm just going to take out the stupid Blur Sliver. What did I take out? This? Okay. Yeah. Go again. Have an extra answer for Annex and just hope to kind of curve out and do our thing. So this checks Annex. We've got 2 Slivers. We've got probably the most important card in the matchup. Maybe getting Thoughtseize, but then we have to cross our fingers for the top of our deck, which is most matches against Thoughtseize. And it turns out you get a card every turn, so it's not impossible to just draw good stuff. Alright, opponent. Are you there? Do you wish to play Magic with me? An opponent might time out if they keep playing as slow as they've been playing. Yeah. Yeah, if we just draw all lands, life sucks. What can you do? Yep. No land. Okay, life sucks way less if my opponent does not have a land. This thing's kind of nice. Maybe we can just utilize these Sliver Hives. So they ripped the land, so we have to play ball. Alright. Just gonna do nothing. Might just Trespasser me if they rip another land, and that's gonna be kind of annoying, because it's not unlikely for them to have Trespasser plus Annex, because their hand's all spells, so you can pretty easily play around this. Okay. It's actually a decent draw. I still don't think I need to play the Mass Vandal. It doesn't really do anything. This puts them under some amount of pressure. Alright, so they rip the land. Do they have the Trespasser? Fatal Push. Okay. That is not as bad as a Trespasser, I don't think. But they're, like I said, their hand's 5 spells. So I gotta beat 5 spells. I don't think that's better than just activating my Hive. Not a terrible draw, but it's a little more mana efficient. We need to top deck a high impact card. We're in the spot of, like, whenever we top deck a high impact card, it's going to be insane. But we need to draw one. We need to not draw 1-drops and lands. Okay, make a 1/1. I could have Annex and not have. What's it called? A sad game. Probably just gonna draw a land and like shielded me at some point. Yeah. Can't really raise. Okay, we did it. We did the thing. We did what we had to do. Said it needed to happen. It happened. I'm happy. I play El Papito. Big Daddy. Boom. Bam. Attack. Alright, so now the new mission of don't get burned out by whatever shit they have. Which, you know, that might happen. We ended up taking a lot of damage. We couldn't really get anything on the board. I don't have a particularly great clock, but I've got some stuff. Okay, alright, so this is like... I don't even know what this is. I don't know what they could possibly have here. I'm gonna block, though. Do I want to kill the lifelink source? Not sure. Are we shielding? 5-turn clock? Yeah. Where's it obliterator? Meat hook. Okay. Not the worst. Not the greatest. It is good against Indestructible. Kind of an annoying card. I guess Extinction Event would have also been annoying. But, ooh, baby. Alright, let's... I think I have one Blur Sliver. Yeah, let's cast this for sure. Oh. Tap too much, that's fine. Okay, why is no over there? They move that? Okay, well, we got one thing, which is unfortunate, but whatever. Stats on the board, another indestructible thing. I guess I'm picking this off. Have we companied into 2 cards yet? I don't know if we have. Annex, yeah. I mean, I could have saved the Vandal for that, but... I'd be able to just get under it anyway. So I have to attack -2. Is that worth? I think so. 4, 5, 6. 4. Because I get the 4 back from the stats on the board. I guess. I actually don't know. I could have mathed this out a little bit better. I don't know if we're winning the race, though. I think we're actually just dead. Maybe at the top deck. That meat hook really fucked us up. Like, we just have a board of indestructible stuff, and they blew it all up and gained life, so... I have another answer. It's so sad. Yeah. That's funny. Part of me wonders, because clearly this is a new league, right? Like, I don't think you can play the same person twice. So there's part of me that wonders if they just, like, swapped cards in their deck. But, whatevs. Okay, so we didn't get Demon. Maybe we're fine. Probably just experimenting. I doubt they'd change their deck for my stupid Sliver deck. Do I not know what this card says? 5. How did I mess that up? Whatever. Okay, so 7. This is 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it ever better to double hive? I don't think it really matters. Can't really beat any interaction here. It's expected that they would have it. We're sad and we are dead. Can I top deck though? It was an exciting game at least. I mean, exciting meaning like what happened in the game is exciting. Maybe not, well, from a viewing experience, but... my opponent's just a sicko. Alright, GG's. GG's. Alright. We got Slivers. We're playing Slivers, we got Slivers. See, this one has seemed pretty strong. I need Thoughtseize again. Everybody just non-stop Thoughtseize in my poor Sliver deck. Come on. Come on! Yeah, I get it. It's gone. I get it. It's gone. Get it out of here. Surely we top deck another one. Fast and easy. We don't just suffer and draw lands like last time, right? Alright, decent card. We can double spell either way, so let's play the thing that can't die. Tap land. Alright. Vandal. You come down. You come down. We got some beatdowns going. They have a Fable. Okay. And that's how you beat Thoughtseize. Alright. What do we want against Rakdos? It's probably the same thing, right? So actually Vandal's better because they have Fable and Annex, right? So I think we can go up. Do I want Striking Sliver? Is this thing even worse than this one? Could do this just because of the diversity. Yeah, I'm fine with cutting a Blur Sliver. I think we're just supposed to be greedy and have all our companies, even though we're taking out a 3-drop. Let's go with that. I could try Ghost Vacuum as well. Ghost Vacuum's kind of interesting if I think like the losing games are going to play out the same way, where I just sort of flood. It's another card. That was not the thing I was supposed to play, by the way. We can't necessarily double spell. If I play this, I have 4 mana. If it dies, I just Vandal. I guess I'm honestly just gonna play this and then play the Mauler and hope that we can interact with the things they do. Play the Realm Walker, I guess. Push. Okay. So we fully trade the turns. That's fine. I'll just Mass Vandal blow this up. Could play the Mauler, though, still. I think I want to give myself time. Annex, yep. Blur Sliver. So we're close to doing good stuff, but somewhat awkward. I could just double here and pray they don't kill the Manolith Sliver. I could just Blur Sliver. and then go ape shit if they tap out. I should have paid attention to what they know I have. I could also just play the Mauler and say, like, I actually have pressure, so you need to kind of respect it. I'm not sure. I just want them casting a removal spell that is not killing my Mana Weft Sliver, so I guess that's why I'm playing this mostly. Yes. Yeah, Mass Vandal is very good against this deck. I even forgot about Fear of Missing Out. Okay, so it looks like they have a real interaction piece. So let's play this. If they kill it, we Mass Vandal. Do I want to Blur Sliver first? No, I can't. So you come down. Now what do I do? I have 4 mana. So if I play the Blur Sliver, I don't get to Mass Vandal if they have spot removal, but then I get to keep the Mauler. Otherwise, I just dump my whole hand. Mauler attacks for 4. I think I always want to Mass Vandal though, but I guess I need the creature to die anyway, and they didn't let a creature die. So, Blur Sliver plus 2. I could just Vandal anyway to have a bigger board. I think I'm just going to Realm Walker, though. I wonder what their hand is. That's a good draw. Okay, well, I may as well attack. I actually don't know what this is. Is this Torch? I don't know. Is it Torch Tower, I guess? Fire Magic? Okay. That's annoying because now I can't use the other Mass Vandal. Extinction Event again. Alright, well, we get to keep one thing. Everything just gets exiled. Sad. Okay. I will play the freebie. I'm drawing a tapped land. They're probably gonna make a demon. I think I have to play this stupid Sliver out and just kill them. And just they just get to have the annex. It sucks we got Torch into Extinction Evented. Yep, so you go to 10. If I played this, I guess I would have gotten got by Torch. I think they got us. Yeah, if they didn't have double exile, we just blow up the annex, and I think we win very easily. But they'd have Torch into event instead of like a Fatal Push or whatever. Yeah. Can we kill them somehow? Maybe. 18. I just have to have a Lord on top. Something like that, or 2 Lords. Okay, Mana Weft Sliver. 3. It's 3 and 2. They just block the 5/5 instead of taking 8. I get haste. They block that. We have 8. 8, 12. 6. I have 16? Or no, I don't. I don't think I can do anything here. I think we're just dead. I needed this to be like a Gale Rider Sliver or something weird like that. I guess I'm dead to Shieldred anyway. This would force... I mean, this forces Chump. Yeah, I just needed more... I don't know. I don't think it really mattered. It's a really extremely close game, though. Like I said, if they don't have double... Like, if they don't have all Exile and we just Max Vandal the Annex, we just win. They just die. Maybe... Yeah, I mean, I think that's true, because I think their life total would just have been too low. But they got to Demon into Annex and then double up. Like, they got to make the Demon with the... other Annex part activated, so instead of taking damage they ended up gaining life. Really close. Okay, my deck is not very good against a 6/6 flyer. I could have like Into the Flood Maw. I could have a lot of different shit in my deck, but sounds unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, mulliganing against the Thoughtseize deck is just the worst. Probably just gonna get Thoughtseized and die. Oh well, such is life. Didn't get Thoughtseized. Pretty nice, actually. We have a decent draw, right? Like, we could check Annex. Maybe we find land for Mauler. This is double mana. I don't really need the second Diffusion Sliver, but the fact that I didn't get Thoughtseized means that the first one's more effective. Let me just lay this guy out. Offer some pressure. Okay, take 2. It's so annoying, man. Just fucking play the Fatal Pushes. Like, come on. Alright, we get a second one. It's fine. And we get our guy bigger, so. Don't play Shieldred. Surely you wouldn't put a Shieldred into play against me, right? Surely you wouldn't do that. Not in my Pioneer format. Shieldred's bad, right, guys? It's not even good. It just dies. Well, what if it doesn't? What if it doesn't die? What if you're playing Slivers and your deck is only creatures in it? Then what do you have to say about Shieldred? Well, it's pretty good. God damn it. It's just all exile, dude. Sure. You got it. You've got it. You're the best. You just exile all my things and I just have Mass Vandals. Feels bad. Yeah. Oh wow, an exile effect. God forbid you cast a single removal spell that just... Okay, it happened. Hallelujah. We've got a shot. Maybe we don't lose the Annex right away. I mean, we're still probably gonna lose. Who am I kidding? The Annex is making a 6/6 demon. We're very much so losing to Annex, but all right, I can kill that. Bueno. It's very funny how these past few games have gone. Alright, well, I think we're back in the position of, like, top deck a card that does things. Would love a card that does something. Opponents cast removal spell, removal spell, removal spell, removal spell, removal spell, sweeper. I think we need to draw well. Sure. Why the hell not? Company. Collected Mutavault. Okay. Well, I mean, if that lives, which can't make these larger. Will it live? It's a fun game to play. Will my all removal spell opponents have removal spells? Probably. I do need a block though. The treasures don't matter. I guess I'll just clear the demon. It really doesn't matter. I guess, yeah, whatever. I'll just, it doesn't fucking matter. If they have an Annex, I always lose, so it doesn't matter. The Mutavault's a demon. This like eats mana and doesn't make treasures, so yeah. Okay. That's the saddest draw. Alright. GG! Alright. Again? Again. Yep. Kind of interesting. I guess I could just get rid of the Mauler. I think I do, and just have like these awkward things to get rid of into the hive pool. I guess they can push or whatever, but not push. Yeah. Foul activities. All of my cards. Sliver. Sure. Pioneer Gaming. I block. Solid attack, though. Big fan of that attack. That was a good one. Well, surely we could beat a mere Shieldred with our terrible creature deck, right? No chance. We couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I can't. It's really funny that they don't want to trade their thing for my board. Children is a card, is a thing, it does stuff. Really do be doing stuff. Yeah, that's fun. Thoughtseize, 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 Thoughtseizes. Everything you love, I Thoughtseize. Okay. He's gone. What did we do? We did boom, bam, bop, something like that. I really, really, really appreciate how fast this opponent is, though. Like, they are lightning. Even though they keep annihilating me. Alright, Sliver. Sliver. Yarp. So why is this happening? I actually don't know. We're fatal pushing? Is this torch again? Do I care? I'm just 2 for 1-ing? We're torching anyway. Why the hell is this happening? I actually don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna click OK though. I have no idea what this is happening. Just free 2 damage, I guess? Sure. You got it. Green source, green source, green source. Shit. Okay, that was a good draw. I mean, my Mimic might die, but it's fine. It's a thing. I just want things. Alright, beatdowns. No, I lagged. F. Alright, well, I clicked on it, but I lagged, so it didn't register. You hate to see it. Why didn't we do this before these resolved? What the hell? Opponent? What are we doing over here? Don't just play Shieldred and beat me easily anyway. Come on. At least play well and then beat me with Shieldred. No, dude. Well... might be too late. Might be too late. The Shieldred card was cast. The most big brain magic card to ever exist. The black card that is better than any green creature I've ever seen. Of course, the removal color should get the best creature. Why wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. I eat shit. Okay, well... You know, we got the thing. But we're also dead. Are they dead? What if they're dead? So I'm taking 10 next turn if I don't chump. So they have... what do I want to chump with? I'm gonna need a max damage, right? It doesn't matter. I mean, I'm not really beating this stupid demon anyway, so... It may be doomed. Sure. I mean, I'm gonna... I guess I can block in the air, technically. No demon. So what is that, removal spell or hoping for removal spell? Shit doesn't block very well. I actually don't know why you wouldn't just fire off the 6/6. Trying to think of how I'm gonna win. Flare Sliver doesn't really do anything. It probably involves top decking like a breeding pool and then shocking, but I'm not gonna be able to shock with breeding pool, and I'm only gonna draw Botanical Sanctum, so I can't actually do anything with that. You're getting fired up. I think I'm trying to kill them, but it doesn't work. I don't succeed. Is the issue at hand. Yeah, GG. My opponent decided to put a bunch of 1 and 2 mana removal spells and mythic rares in their deck, and I think that was smart. I think that actually makes it their deck well constructed for the Slivers matchup. Most players you see really struggle in the Slivers matchup, but if you work hard and you exercise every day, you too can beat Slivers. With the power of children and Unholy Annex. Yeah, I mean, this card is just... it's cool, right? Like, but... And, like, you can beat people. Like, I think I've successfully proven you can beat someone with this deck. You could play this deck. You can play at FNM. You can get a win. But, it's a tall order. I like, this Sliver is actually really nice. It's probably pretty annoying for my opponents. But, yeah. Do I want to play the 4th match? We just played against... It's really funny. So the last 2 matches I played on Arena, in Mythic, I queued into an opponent, recorded a match, re-queued, same opponent, recorded a match. And then I switched over to Moto and played a match, played a second match, same opponent. 3rd match, played. 4th match, same opponent. So it's just like no one plays these formats. Or no one plays Pioneer. I just keep queuing into the same people because nobody actually plays. But video might end here. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If not, maybe it'll be another match. But either way.